Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Riverside Wooden Farm. Today I want to start this episode off with flattening this red maple mantelpiece I have right here for a customer. And before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about this bit that I use. Of course, it's unplugged. Always be sure when working on equipment, fooling around with any part of that equipment that's moving, unplug that equipment. Well, I'm bring you in here a little bit closer and look at this bit and explain why I like it and what made me choose this bit. This is an SPE Tools 1/2 inch shank router bit. As you can see, these carbide inserts, there's 4 of them. All 4 sides are sharp. When you're cutting and you start seeing a lot of tear out or anything else, all you have to do, that screw right here, pretty sure it's a T15, take that screw out, turn this bit a 1/4 of a turn, turn the tooth rather, a 1/4 of a turn, tighten it back up, and then you'll have all 4 sharp sides again. That thing cuts on the bottom and really is cutting on the face of it right here. And as you're sliding it through, it's using this face and kind of finishing off and smoothing with this bottom one. Those bits right there, I purchased those bits right this particular bit right here off Amazon, SPE Tools. It's 2.5 inches wide, so it makes a pretty good pass. Makes quick work of slattening them bigger slabs or even the smaller ones. Either way, it works good for both. But that bit in particular was $55. Not crazy price. And those inserts, those teeth right there, $26 for a 10-pack. They also have the choice to where you can buy the coated carbide teeth, a little bit more. I think it's $60. Pretty sure it's $60 for the coated teeth and $32 for the 10-pack of replacement teeth. So if you nick one, your whole entire bit ain't messed up. You can just swap them out and do it that way. What made me choose that particular bit right there, I have the helical head on my Woodmaster planer. It has the teeth all around that, and watch, I'll show you. And I like the way that right there was performing. Nick something, you don't ruin a whole entire blade or anything like that, and you have 4 sharp edges, so you get a little more life out of it. And let me tell you, it cuts and does a great job. But as you can see right here on this, look at all them jokers. There's several companies that offer a helical head like that, but I tell you what, that thing right there really does the job. It'll eat a lot of wood off at one time. Look, I'm gonna get y'all set up and we will start making light work of this red maple mantle. Show you how it's gonna turn out. All right, we just stopped cutting here. Got to show you a little something. Remember those teeth I was telling you about? Those carbide inserts? Well, started experiencing a little bit of tear out. So we're gonna flip these things. I have used this and made, let me see how many mantles I have actually cut with this thing. There's 5, 6, 7 mantles, several slabs, including hickory, and of course this maple, some very hard wood. And I've gotten this much use out of one side of the 4 sides on those carbide inserts. I'm going to show you the sign that I look for when these things start getting a little dull. See that tear out right there? It's pulling it instead of cutting it. You get this drill, that's a T15. Be easier with the hand tool. I'm going to get you in here and we're going to change and rotate, not change, but rotate, get you set up, all that wobbling going on. I'm going to rotate a couple of these, well, all 4 of them, show you how simple it is to do. Of course, I already broke these things loose, so I'm just, for visual sake, this is how I'm going to undo them. T15, pull the little set screw out. This is the side that's been cutting. You can see how it's black and a little burnt. I'm going to rotate that a 1/4 of a turn. And then we're going to reinsert. There's 1. Let's get the other 3. Be sure to check, make sure there's no debris, a 1/4 of a turn, no debris behind that, so it lays down flat and you get good even cuts. Gonna wiggle it and snug it down in there. Now we got those teeth flipped. should be razor sharp. Let's get our dust mask on and continue this flattening job. Well, y'all, we got that done. Only thing left to do now is cut the width that they're gonna need. Most likely let them come see this and decide on which side, and I'll show you this. I'm gonna let them decide on which side they want, whether they want it to curve in a little bit or out a little bit, or cut both edges off, because this thing is probably 10 inches wide, maybe 12, probably 12 inches wide. Let them decide on how and where we wanna cut it. That's one good thing about a custom job, but it can also be a headache for you if you're trying to build it, or the builder, carpenter, the guy doing the custom work. All we got left to do is that, a little sanding, of course, try to get the tear out of it. I have a belt sander. I usually run about an 80 to get it down, and then 120, and just kind of work it down from there. Now that we have all that done, we're gonna move on to our next project. But that's that SPE Tools router bit, 2.5 inches. I'm pretty sure they even make a 3-inch. I'm satisfied with it. I like it. So if you're interested in that bit, in them carbide inserts or whatever, scroll down and look in that description. I'll have the link on the Amazon where you can go right there, click straight on it. You can buy them as a kit, buy them singular, however you want to do it. It'll be down there. So if you're interested in them, click on that link. Get what you need, get what you want, and it'll sure help this channel out. Well, look, let's get on to our next project. Hey y'all, good evening. Just getting here after work. Stopped by to check the kiln. We have some 1x6s in there, 12 feet long, and it is the stock we cut the other day to run tongue and groove with on our 721 Woodmaster. It should be getting pretty close. It's been in there a week and a half, something like that. So we're gonna bust this kiln open and test the moisture and see where we're at with it. Come on in here and let's look and see. Of course, you can see I'm opening this with a screw at the bottom, a sheet metal screw. I haven't had time, but I need to get me and build me some latches so I can latch these doors together, make it a whole lot easier. But right now, this is working until I get time to get over here and do this. Tell you what it is extremely hot in this kiln, well over 100 degrees. And before I open that other door, we're gonna test the moisture content. I don't have the H cable for this moisture meter. I gotta get one. They didn't send one in the package. At least I didn't see it. It's a very small cable that hooks up to this cable right here that come with this. And the moisture meter I'm using is a Ligno Versatech. Y'all can see that right there. I did not spare any money when it came to getting this thing, because it's pretty important to have a good moisture meter to test this wood and make sure you are in the area you want to be in. Give you a quick rundown on how this thing works. Turn it on, of course. Scan mode, that's where you can lay it down on the wood, and it uses this pad right here to test the moisture. You can go to pin mode. They have a connection right in here, and it has a pin where you can push it down in the wood. And right here, I'm trying to get it to where y'all can see it. All right, we in pin scan mode is what I need. The wood number right here. You have a list. Let me get that real quick. It's a little cheat sheet they give you. See the different kinds of wood? That's the number you put in here. And of course, right here we're at 155 at Southern Yellow Pine. And here's the quick instructions on how to use this thing. Very easy to use. Haven't had any problem. And if the wood that you are looking for is not on this chart, you can call them and they will they'll contact you back with what they would put. I need to get me a thermometer in there also to see the exact temperature, but I'm gonna say it's 110 degrees, every bit of it in there. Depth, 1/4 inch. You don't want to scan. They have a 3/4 inch for thicker stuff. Now we're ready to operate this. 9.5. Test another one. 8.8. 7.9. That's the top boards that's in the sun. We'll get down here. That one's 14. Same board, 12.9. Same board, 13. That moisture content will be good for us. Down here in the south, it's very, very, very humid. It's not gonna be furniture. It's gonna be able to move a little bit, being tongue and groove. I think that 13%, 13.5% is gonna do just fine. These people are gonna use it for outside, under a port. It will dry a little bit more. Down here, it air dries to around 11 to 11.5% air dried. So I believe we'll be in the zone right here around that 13.5%. I think we'll be all right. Well, since this wood's ready, let's get it out of this kiln and get it put on this trailer right here. But look, if you're interested in this Ligno Versatech and see all its capabilities, I'll put a link in the description below. You can go to it, bring you right to it. You can see everything it does. It's a very, very good tool to have, especially when dealing with this wood. Your contractors use it testing moisture in concrete. They use it to test moisture in drywall. They use it to test moisture in all sorts of things. This is a very good tool. Look in that description, it'll bring you right down there and you can go see all its uses. It may be good for you. It's a little pricey, but it's a good tool. Your head up, stay on the grind. Well, look, I want to say thank y'all for stopping in, and remember, y'all come back, you hear?